everyone, and welcome back to Mariana Mas Books. My name is Mariana, and I am here with a very quick and short recent reads and reading plans and channel news video. So, first of all, I want to tell you that I had already filmed this video over 2 weeks ago, but my computer crashed as I was editing it, and so yes, that happened. So that's why I wasn't able to upload it. Fortunately, my computer and my files were able to be saved, so actually the footage from that video was indeed saved. However, I filmed it over 2 weeks ago, and so I felt that it was a bit outdated, mostly because I spoke about reading plans, and you know how those change. One makes a reading plan, and then someone makes an announcement video, and then there goes your reading plans. So I wanted to refilm it so it was more updated to the current situation, plans and everything. If you have been following my channel, or if you have been following me on Twitter, or on Twitter or on my channel, you know that I haven't been having the best year. I had a super good start of the year reading wise, not in terms of personal life, but reading wise it was a very great beginning of the year. But then as my life continued to go downhill, my reading started to go downhill as well, and I haven't been reading a lot lately. I stopped. I just so you get the idea of how bad I truly felt, and kind of still feel kind of. I haven't read a romance book in a month. That should just tell you everything you need to know about my mental and emotional state and the state of my life. So I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just going to go on to a super quick recent reads. As I mentioned, I haven't been reading a ton. So I'm just going to tell you the two reading highlights of the past 2 months. I've read a bit more, and I've started and not finished a ton of things. So I'm just going to give you the two highlights, and the two that are really great. So the first book that I finished recently is the third Nevermore book, which is Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I really, really loved that book. I am completely in love with that series. If you saw me talk about book number 1, you know that I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was good, but it wasn't my favorite. However, I'm body reading the series with one of my younger cousins. Because I'm body reading it with her and she really enjoyed it, we decided to keep going with the series. And I am so glad we did, because I am absolutely loving it. If you watched my wrap-up where I talk about book 2, you know that I love it, and you know that I fell in love with Captain Jupiter North, who is one of the characters in the book. And when I say I fell in love, I mean I have the hugest crush on him. I don't know if hugest is a word, but if it is, I have the hugest crush on him. I just, every time he's on page, I love him, okay? I love him. I have a crush on him. My crush on him is off the charts, and so I have to be honest, I'm guessing that's one of the reasons why I love the series. I mean, I would love it even without him, I think, but he is the reason why I'm just super excited to pick up the book every time I do, and every time he's on page, I just squeal, and he is, I'm not going to talk a lot because it's his third book in the series, so I don't want to spoil anything, but Captain Jupiter North is the guardian of Morrigan Crow, who is the main character of the series, and he is quirky in the best way, he is dramatic in the best way, he is funny, and he loves Mog, that's what he calls Morrigan. He loves her so much, and that just makes my heart explode. Anyway, I loved it. I can't wait for book 4. I'm sad that I finished the book. That's how much I loved it. I'm at that moment where you want to read and you remember, oh boy, I already finished the book, and so I don't want to read anymore. I'm at that stage. So that is the third Nevermore book. And then the other highlight was Tarot for Change. I don't remember the subtitle. It's a long subtitle, so I'm going to put it on the screen, and of course I'm going to mention the book in the description. But it's again, if you have been following me on Twitter, you know that I have been getting very much into tarot lately. Very much, you know me, or you don't, but when I get into something, I really get into something. So I have been obsessed. It's my new obsession. I love it. I have been buying tons of decks. I haven't been buying any books because I have been buying decks. Because I love tarot and because I love reading, I have been reading a lot of tarot books. Some of them have been okay. Some of them are just like the meanings of the cards, you know, like educational type books. But this one is a psychological approach to the cards. So it's very much of tarot for self-care, for like inner work, but from a very psychological perspective. So it's very well researched in terms of psychology, in terms of therapeutic um, styles, therapeutic, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, psychological things, psychological theory. So I have been really enjoying that part of the book, and it has a take on the cards that is very different from the traditional meanings, interpretations of the card. And if you know me, if you have watched my channel, you know that I love unpopular opinions. So I love the unorthodox approach that this takes to tarot, and it's been really resonating with me. I actually am in therapy at the moment. I hadn't been in therapy for a while, but because my life has been a dumpster fire, I had to go back to therapy. And I swear, I half of my improvement has been the therapy, and half of my improvement has been this book. It just has concepts that have resonated with my life so much, and that have resonated with why I'm working in therapy so much, that it's just, it has been so impactful. And I am thinking this is going to be one of my favorite nonfiction books of the year, just because of the level of impact that it had directly on my life. But so yeah, that has been one of my highlights of the past few months. So I would say those two are the highlights of the past few months. So in terms of reading plans, I, because I'm feeling better, have 50% because of therapy and 50% because of this book and because of tarot. Just, I'm not going to like keep talking about it, but I just want you to know, because I have to say it because I'm in love. It has been extremely helpful for me, and it's literally helped me crawl out of the hole that I've been in for the past months. So because I've been really enjoying it and it's been really helping me, then I do plan on keep reading. Plan. Did I structure that sentence correctly? I do plan on reading more tarot books, also more spiritual type books, spirituality type books, that are not necessarily about tarot, but more, maybe more religious in nature, different approaches and perspectives. That is, I have a feeling that's going to be a huge part of my reading for the upcoming months. Then I am going to be reading The Count of Monte Cristo. I am going to be participating on the read along hosted by Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space. She's going to be hosting a read along that's going to be 2.5 months long. So July, August and the half of September, I think, for The Count of Monte Cristo, which, if you remember, is one of the books that I bought over the holidays. So I'm super excited for that one, especially because I feel it's very doable. Because it's 2.5 months. And then finally, I am going to be participating on ancientsathon, which is a readathon hosted by Jennifer at Jennifer Brooks, David at David Wiley, and Tori at Hufflepuff Discovery. And it's a readathon that consists of reading books written before 1700s. So that can be poetry, it can be plays, it can be novels, it can be non-fiction, just any type of literature, any type of written form, essays, whatever, that is from before the 1700s. They do have several prompts, but they say that just one book means you're participating. So I am also pondering on that and wondering what I'm going to read. I did have a book planned, but then I came to a realization, and then I don't know if I'm going to read that one. So maybe I'm going to film like a TBR of sorts for that readathon, so I'm not going to talk into detail about the readathon here, but I will be participating on that because I just, that readathon last year was so fun for me. I read the Saga of the Volsungs and it was super fun, and just the three hosts, I love them. I don't want to sound super creepy, but I love them. And so I can't not participate in their readathon, right? So yeah, maybe I'm going to film a separate video for that, but those are my reading plans at the moment. And then finally, some channel news. To come back to my latest obsession, that is tarot. There is a corner of YouTube, of course, dedicated to tarot. Just like BookTube, but there it's called TarotTube. And because I am obsessed with it, I have been binging a lot of videos. And because I have been getting a lot of decks, and I have been using a lot of cards and reading about tarot and blah blah blah, I want to participate in TarotTube too. But I know that this is a book channel, and that if you are currently subscribed, it's because of the book content. And as I said, this channel has been very important to me in my life. Personally, on a personal level, this channel and this community has been tremendously helpful for me, just on a personal and emotional level. And I want to keep it that way. I want to keep engaging in this community. I want to keep doing what I'm doing, because reading is a huge part of my life, obviously. Reading books, I mean, because now I also read cards, but reading books is a huge part of my life. And so it's a very important, and I don't want to stop doing that, and I don't want to mix either, because I, as a content consumer, know that, focus is helpful as a consumer of content for knowing what you want to watch, what you don't want to watch, what you want to follow, what you don't, etc. And so I decided that on some Tuesdays, you know how there is a thing on BookTube called Tag Tuesday. But whenever I do book tags, I just upload them on a Sunday, which is when I upload my bookish videos. Normally, I know that my content has not been consistent lately, but that's because of my life being a dumpster fire. But now that I'm motivated again, I plan on again uploading every Sunday. So because I upload bookish tags on Sundays whenever I upload my bookish videos anyways, and I am not occupying the Tag Tuesday slot, so to speak, I thought it would be fun to do my tarot tags on Tuesdays. So instead of Tag Tuesday, it's going to be Tarot Tag Tuesday. And so that way, if you want to keep watching my bookish videos, you just keep watching on Sundays and you skip my Tuesdays videos. And if someone from tarot wants to watch my tarot tags, they can watch my Tuesday videos. And if they are not interested in my bookish content, they can just skip my Sunday videos. Obviously, 2 times a week is a ton, so maybe for some weeks I will be uploading like every Tuesday and Sundays, but other weeks I will only upload on Sundays and some Tuesdays. So I will give priority to bookish videos to keep my content consistent every Sunday, and whenever I feel like it, I will upload also on Tuesdays for Tarot Tag Tuesday. So I just wanted to let you know. So if you want, you can watch it. I would highly recommend you watch it because I don't have traditional tarots. I have very cool tarots, very cool fantasy related tarots. So if you like fantasy, if you like picture books, if you like illustrated stuff, if you like art, I think you will enjoy watching me show off my very pretty cards. So, yes, that's the news for the channel. And that's my recent reads and that's my reading plans. I'm going to leave this video here because I want to film my TBR for ancientsathon, and because at the moment I have energy, I want to take advantage of that and film it at the moment, and also an intro for one of my tarot tags. So I'm going to leave it at that here. I will see you on my ancientsathon TBR video, but after that I'm going to keep with the only Sundays for bookish videos, unless it's like a poetry Thursday or essay Wednesday, which I've done like two, but you know. So to sum up, I will see you when I see you. I hope you are doing well. I look forward to hearing you, reading you in the comments, and in the meantime, I wish you happy reading.